What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your girl, Miss Honey. We are here for the second installment of Greenleaf season opener. This is season 3, episode 2, and this episode is called The Space Between Us. Or I'm sorry, The Space Between. Again, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you should feel led to do so, as well as ring that bell right next to the subscribe button. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and remember to comment down below. All my regular tribe, my regular honeybees, so glad you guys are here. Listen, I am so dog tired. Like 2 nights of 10 o'clock shows. Like we can't do this but once a season, really. Charity and Jabari. Charity, Jabari, and Kevin and Aaron, as it were, and of course little baby Nathan. We just put them all in there together. Well, Charity is missing the first stop of her tour. Jabari was able to get a subby to fill in, and she's good, but she's no Charity, and he wants her to join him on Wednesday morning. She hasn't talked to Kevin yet. When she does talk to Kevin, Kevin is a lot calmer. She's a lot calmer. She's listening. She's still feeling some type of way. She's still questioning him. She's still calling him out about him leaving and just not trusting him. And he is, in a much more calmer fashion, in a less aggressive way. He just explains his point. He just explains his position, basically. And it seems that this conversation has warmed Charity up just a little bit, because we see her a little bit later go over to Carissa's, and she wants to sort of vent about the whole Kevin situation, Kevin and Nathan situation, about him wanting to get the baby. And she was like, well, I feel like he might as well just sue me. So Carissa was like, well, maybe he might just do that. You need to be prepared for that. But you said yourself that he's a good dad. And so this is the point where she is prompted to go and um, take the baby over there, so he could have the baby while she finished this last few weeks of the tour. The tour is only 6 weeks long. I mean, she goes over and she takes the baby. You can see that she's nervous. Like, you can see this her baby. I can appreciate that. This her baby, and just leaving her baby, and she's not sure. She needs a little bit more comfort. He's got the house kitted out. He's got a crib. She mentions the window, the baby being by the window. He tells her that he's ordered a set of blackout curtains and a couple of other electronics to make the baby more comfortable. And she's gonna send him a playlist of songs that she sings to baby Nathan at night. And she's still holding the baby. Like I said, she got that baby, and she walking around. She is just like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you have this baby. And just she still hadn't handed him over. And Kevin is like, oh, I can't wait to smell his neck. Please, 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 let me eat my baby. Please, please, please. In walks Aaron. Aaron's been to the store. He's got some groceries. They're going to have a lovely date night tonight with Brother Nathan. He speaks to Charity. It's an awkward moment. Everybody's kind of holding their breath. She want to know if he living there. And Aaron says, no, I'm just visiting. Well, Kevin told her no. And she looks at Aaron, and Aaron says, I'm just visiting for a few days. And she got that baby. She stopped. She looked at him. I was like, oh man, you was this close, this close. I don't know why Kevin didn't handle that better. And then again, I don't know why he should have to necessarily, accept if she's not comfortable. I do think you have to do everything you possibly can to make her comfortable for the sake of being with your baby. Now, is the blackout curtains and the playlist and all of that stuff and keeping the house safe and all of this and knowing the food and the schedule and all of this is a form of concession. It's just if she's not comfortable with seeing you with this individual and you haven't formally introduced her to this individual that's going to be around her baby, I can see her point to a certain degree. At the same time, I don't know how much time she had on her hands. I don't know if she wanted to sit there for a minute and visit with all of them together. Obviously, Charity is not at that place in her life. So the next thing we see is her calling Jabari and telling him she's done. She quit. She off the tour. And he's like, you can't do this. What are you talking about? No. And she was like, well, no, it's just a job. This not going to affect me and you. I was like, Charity, you so naive. You so naive. I mean, are you naive or you halfway dumb? Like, what is your problem? Of course it's gonna affect y'all. Of course. Girl, bye. Jabara hang up on her. She was like, hello. She said, hello. Jabari is good. Oh, it's not funny, girl, but you got to grow up. Like, you have got to really, really grow up. I'm gonna get on them both because you guys got on me in the comment, or not got on me, but you know what I'm saying. You pointed out to me in the comment that Jabari was not Jabari. Kevin is being a little bit aggressive with her, especially with him just coming back after having wrote a Dear John letter and hightailing it and abandoning his son. You know, he needed to reapproach. Okay, but this episode we see him reapproach. At the same time, Charity has lost the baby. She's gonna be protective of this baby. She just does not have all the tools that she needs to operate in full maturity. The girl thought she was gonna be an orphan, uh, uh, um, because her mama and daddy broken up. Like I don't. It's like Kevin got a son and a daughter. Really, it really is. And I bet you he spent the bulk of their friendship, even from them being high school on. I bet he spent the bulk of his friendship with her being the caregiver for her, Jacob. Now, Jacob and crew, that's Carissa, that's Zora. Of course, we're gonna throw in Lady Skanks and a little bit of Sophia, okay? So we see Jacob getting ready to start streaming. Him and Carissa going over the fine details. In walks Zora. Zora wants to use the phone. She wants to use the phone to call Sophia. Now, this is a part of her scheme. Zora cannot be trusted. Right now, you are going to have to go full on ninja with Zora. Zora's going to have to be watched. Zora needs a peekaboo teddy. She needs bars on the windows and on the doors as well. She need a tracking device, okay? She just absolutely cannot be trusted. Every chance she gets, she is trying to get out. She's trying to get away. Okay, so we already know she has been stealing. When he tells her that she has to use the phone right there, she get a phone back. She finally decides, I guess, to use the phone and call Sophia. And Sophia comes over and Charity brought her over. That's when she was talking to Carissa. Sophia and Zora in there talking and they laughing and kikiing, like girls do when they get together. And then Sophia makes her ultimate agenda known. She's taking the stolen church money and trying to pass it up to Zora, get Zora to take it, to go by the Walmart and get her a throwaway phone. Sophia's like, why would you want me to do that? Are you trying to call Isaiah? She's just like, her eyes just dropped. And she was like, I'm just bored here in the house. And Sophia said, why would you want to call him? He abused you. He hits you. He hurts you, Zora. And you want to call your abuser? She tells her no. And she was like, well, you saying no because you can't or you won't. And Sophia was like, both. Like, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm proud of Sophia for that. I mean, like I said, Sophia is fluttering around like the good angel on everybody's shoulder. She had already confronted her mama earlier about giving a fake laugh and a fake grin. Now she with this whole Zora thing. But it's a good thing with this whole Zora situation because she's able to be sort of the conscience for Zora, and Zora is going to appreciate it. I promise you. When she comes to herself and gets out from under this spell that Isaiah has put her under, when she think that a stranger that she don't know, and that's who Isaiah is better gonna be better to her than her own mama and daddy, who have spent nothing but their lives raising and taking care of her. Like kids kill me with that. These people have taken care of you all your life, girl. And you take a stranger, you let somebody who don't even know, who has no investment in your life whatsoever come in and swoop you out from underneath the protection of your parents. Girl, be smart. Anyway, so Sophia, unbeknownst to Zora, makes a little appeasement with her parents, and they agree to give her TV back. But she got like two channels: PBS, Nickelodeon, and I think they gave her the animal. The Animal Planet channel, baby. Everything else is restricted, boo. Not nada. You can't have no connection with the outside world. If you can't pull it up on antenna, you can't have it, boo. She feeling blocked. She feeling blocked from all sides, and well, she should. But she young and she dumb, so she ain't done. I promise you. She got some more slickness. She gonna try to get up out of this prison that she in. Okay, so First Lady Skanks has is taking care of the books. She is pulling the financial records together. She's pulling applications for administrator and financial officer. Carissa is going to do the interviews. She's pulled all the interviewees up. I think that's what she was doing when she was talking about she couldn't spell the names right and all of that. You know, she has this way of playing like I could barely. You know, I could barely. I didn't know. I just guessed it. I'm not sure. She just has this way of kind of trying to play country dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a ditz and all of that, and I'm country and I'm a bumpkin, but you slick, you nickel slick, you slicker than boiled okra. Okay. Finally, she comes in. She brings him the financial report. Now he wanted Carissa to look over it, but see, Carissa is doing two jobs. She is first lady, but at the same time, she is like the dean of this private school, and she is trying to juggle both jobs. You know, and the people at the school, the parents is saying, is it true that you a first lady? Are you busy over there? You don't have time for the kids and all that. So she has got to work overtime if she wants to keep her job, if she wants to keep her career. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Well, Lady Skanks is taking full advantage of that. When Carissa is late, Lady Skanks swoops in. She is low key behind Jacob's back, acting like the first lady, acting like they together. So much so that the new members class, where Carissa was supposed to be, Lady Skanks has stood next to Jacob, and the people think that she the first lady. When Carissa come in and introduce herself, the people are like, "Are you new here too? Are you in new members class too?" And she was like, "No, I'm the first lady." And Lady Skanks was like, "Okay, no problem." First Lady Greenleaf, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, she's hurt. She is very, very hurt. It's an awkward moment, but she's hurt because she is just like, I can't do it all. He wants her to read the financial report, the one that Lady Skanks turned in a little later on, but she got to go pick up Zora. You know, you can't leave Zora to get home by herself. We already know that. She be down there on the host roll somewhere looking for Isaiah. And so he's understanding about it. Jacob has really did like a whole 360, although when First Lady Skanks left his office talking about them applications, he did kind of seem like he was checking her bunkum out. You know what I'm saying? He did kind of seem like he was watching her ass a little bit on the sly. You know what I'm saying? So later on, she comes in with the financial report that Carissa was supposed to do, and she sees he's shopping online, and she don't know what to make of it. So she do a little inquiry. Now she's standing up this whole time. He starts to tell her what he's doing. Carissa's been under a lot of pressure, and he wants to show her that he loves her and buy her something nice. And she sits down. I said, "Oh, she's finna figure out a way how she can put a whole bunch of salt into this thing right here that Jacob got going on." So she says, "Well, why would you buy this when you can buy jewelry? You know, that we gonna take clothes back, get us some jewelry." And he was like, "Well, it's kind of late." She said, "Well, you can go to my man. I know somebody." And he said, "Yeah, they open this late?" She was like, "They will be, and I need a glass of champagne." He was like, "Champagne for what, ma'am? I'm sorry, I would not be having drinks with you." No, this the kind of place it is. You shop a little bit and you get champagne, right? So you already know the ticket prices are gonna be high. So she gets him down there. They drink it now. Carissa and Charity was drinking. We see Lady Mae and Bishop drinking all throughout the show, right? We see uh dark liquor, wine. We see wine at dinner. I mean, people are parlaying it up inside the vineyard over there at the Greenleafs. I mean, it is a lot of drinking. I only mention it because it's a lot of tension too, and there's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of aggression, and when you put alcohol in with it, it is just a breeding ground for more explosive drama to happen. But I guess that's the point, right? So she picks a necklace out, and the clerk puts the necklace on her, and she goes over and she looks at it, and it's so beautiful, it's so wonderful. I've never had anything so beautiful. I've never had. Well, he said, "Well, didn't you say Basil used to buy you nice things?" And she said, "Well, yeah, but then a couple of days later, he was made a bad gambling decision and he would need it back." Okay, it seemed like a genuine moment. Now, she acts like she doesn't want to take it off. She is just absolutely positively enamored. It seemed more her taste than it did Carissa, but Carissa did seem to like it when Jacob did give it to her. Now, somehow the girl took a picture of it, took a picture of her in the necklace, right? So, she acted like, "I just want to savor this moment." So later on, when Jacob gets home, he smelled like champagne. Carissa want to know, "You been drinking? Where you been? Who you been with? What's going on?" He waits everything to clear out. Zora got her TV, and he goes to give her necklace. And she does seem like she liked it, but when she first saw it, it was like, "Whoa, this a whole lot of necklace," right? He puts it on her, and she's super excited. And he gives her a little speech about, she's his first lady, and she always will be, and she just loves it. She's gonna give him a little honey brown round later on that night. Jacob's happy with that. He's okay with that. But here's the problem. You're not supposed to let your good be evil spoken of. Jacob don't mean no harm. He really, really don't. He don't have nothing going on with this skanks woman. Men gonna look. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying men look. They look and can't help it. You know what I'm saying? They just be, they know I was, that type of thing. I'm not gonna harp on that. But at the same time, it looks bad, Jacob. Now, I don't know why you can't see that, considering when Carissa runs off to freshen up because she finna give you the best night of your life outside of Christmas Day and your birthday. You get a text from First Lady Skanks, and it's her sending you the picture of herself in that necklace. Now you already know she is disrespecting your wife. You may not feel like you disrespecting your wife, but allowing this woman to create dissension and put a wedge between you and your wife is disrespecting your wife. Okay? All right? Okay. You gotta always be thinking. Okay, because the saints is always lurking, Jacob. They always lurking, waiting for you to fall. This is it. This is a pastor's life. Get into it. Okay, so Bishop is tossing and turning. He can't sleep for nothing. He is trying his best to sleep. Him and his bad feet Cannot sleep. The bed is lumpy. Now, why you would have a better mattress in your master than you have in your guest bedroom in a house this size with servants and all of that? I don't get it. Okay, but it's all right. He get up and sashay on into the bedroom. Now it is a really, really big bed, and Lady Mae is doing some writing and some reading. Y'all know she all she always doing a little light reading and writing. He goes and pulls the cover back on his side of the bed. He finna get in. She was like, what are you doing? What's happening? What's happening here? And he was like, my back is hurting. I'm tired. I'm getting in this bed. And she said, oh, you will not. And he was like, come on, Mae, this ain't right. She was like, listen, you slept with my sister. We gonna get this IRS thing taken care of, and then we gonna have to talk. But until then, you cast out with down with the sodomites. Shawshank Redemption. You say one more word and I'll cast you down with the sodomites. He goes and tucks his tail and goes on. And she said, well, that's what the sofa is for. And here's the thing. Lady Mae has done her thing. Bishop has done his thing. This is why it's a problem for men when they get put out the bedroom. You know why? Because your wife smells good. She is warm. She is always the perfect temperature. Okay. And if you pull right up next to her, you can sleep so soundly and so sweetly. She smells like honeysuckle and ginger. It's the best sleep he ever had. He missing it. He's missing it. That's why it's a punishment, Bishop. That's why getting put out on the sofa is a punishment for men. Now you get it. Anyway, Lady Mae is just brewing, brewing, brewing. Next morning they go down for continental breakfast, and they going over the books and they talking, and Grace walk up and she's like, well, hey, what's happening here? They were like, look, we just try to get from point A to point B. And then Lady Mae takes her sights and she points her sights at Grace every chance she can get. She try to take Grace down a peg or two. She is upset with herself. She is upset with the fact that Grace operates in a certain amount of ethics. Okay, she's upset that Grace is without blemish for the most part. Now, she is not perfect, but she's without blemish. Every time she see Grace, Grace reminds her of something she's done wrong, who she is, what she's done. I don't know, but it's something about the very presence of Grace that gets Lady Mae riled up. So she calls Grace out on the fact that she coming in and out because she's sleeping over there at Darius, and they doing the naked two step, and then you slipping in and out this house. And she tells her the commerce of your sexual life. I was like, girl, if that ain't shade two different kinds of ways, commerce, what's being bought and sold here, Lady Mae? What's being bought and sold here? Oh yeah, you had to clear that up for me, baby. So Grace is like, goodbye. She heads on off to the office. Well, Bishop and Lady Mae, it's showtime. They put their masks on and they head down to the church, right? Hand in hand. They are smiling. They speaking to everybody. They want everybody to see them and notice the fact that they are together. Look at us, perfect couple. Do you see how we have color coordinated our outfits? Don't we look perfect? Don't we look flawless? Do you see every crack in this mask that we are wearing? You do not. Okay, they want the secretary outside the bishop office to call the lottery lady, Miss Clara, and they gonna talk to her about getting this money up for this tax situation. So they go on in the office and they talk about it a little bit and make the plan, I guess. And later on, we get to see that they are sitting down and having dinner with Miss Clara, the lotto lady. And she was like, the minute I walked in here, I felt something was wrong. I felt something different I could notice. And they think that she noticed the fact that they not getting along because now while they was at the church, Bishop ran into Rochelle Cross. That's because Grace called Rochelle and took Rochelle up on her offer to work with her in charity, in outreach, and they doing the legal defense fund for women who have been abused and or battered and or violated who don't have the money to get a lawyer. And Rochelle is all down for it, of course. This is the plan of Grace's, however. And when she goes out, she sees Bishop and she gets a chance to talk to Bishop a little bit. Well, Bishop lets her know after she lets him know that, you might want to go ahead and just get a monthly rental on that Biltmore because day to day can run you a pretty penny. He was like, well, I'm back home now. She was like, oh, really? How wonderful. And when he walks off, she's like, she is not happy. So when she buzzes around the church long enough, she ain't going nowhere till she find Lady Mae. She find Lady Mae coming down the steps and she want to ask about Zora. And Lady Mae is thrown off a little bit. Now, she did the same thing with Lady Mae that she did with Gigi, which is letting her know that her man has been talking to her about private family business. That's what this was all about. It came across as sincerity, but ladies, we all know the tricks of the Jezebel spirit, right? So, she tells Lady, she just goes on with this whole, slick, shade, sly, cunning, fork tongue conversation. And somehow they got on the subject of you never know somebody, or you think you know somebody. And Lady Mae says, yes. We all think we know somebody, but we can never really know people. She puts it out there that she sees Rochelle. She recognizes her for the Jezebel spirit that she is. And Rochelle, in true witchdom fashion, in true Jezebel and brazen fashion, low key not only walks up on Lady Mae, but she low key threatens the Greenleafs, in my opinion, when she says, you are all on my list. All of the Greenleafs are. I was like, what list? She tried to make it seem like it was a prayer list, but we already know what she was saying. That's a low key threat. I would have had to windmill her in the back, or at least push her hard to the ground. Like I don't know. I mean, we would have had to have words some type of way. I don't know how it could have been avoided. So Lady Mae is dealing with this. She's dealing with this at the dinner table with Miss Cora. So they think that what she's talking about, that she's noticing something is wrong. They think that it's the fact that they not really getting along right now. But it turns out it's the painting. So they relax. She's emotional. She's a lonely woman. She's lost her husband. Seeing the two of them together, the Greenleafs, they gonna be married 45 years here in a little bit. They 44 years strong right now, and it's feeling emotional. So finally they done had dinner, they done had conversation, all this fake humility, false humility. Shout out to Rambling K. All this false humility. And she tried to get up and go leave, Miss Clara do, and they stop her. Well, we did call you here for a reason. We wanted to talk to you. So they hit her with this tax situation. I was proud of Miss Clara. Miss Clara said, this is why y'all had me over here for dinner. Well, it was one of the reasons, but it wasn't the only reason. And she said, well, y'all ain't got the money. I don't understand. He said, this the same tax issue. I mean, this is a different tax issue, another tax issue. And Lady Mae say, no, this is the same one. And Bishop hit her with the 1-2. Now, this is how the con people do. Okay, they can't act too desperate. They can't come on too strong. He said, you know what? If the answer is no, we are still gonna love you. You will still be a huge part of our families. You really, really will. And she is just like, oh, they ain't got it. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't got it. Later on, he walk up to the car. He get that money though. She gonna give him the money. She gonna call her financial advisor and get them the rest of that doggone money. Now, this woman look like she need to be saving her money for her latter years. It really, really does look like she need to be saving her money for her latter years. And y'all ought to be shaming yourself for swindling that woman out of that money. Y'all ought to be shaming yourselves, Greenleafs. So no sooner he get back in there, boy, Lady Mae lays into him. She is riled up. She riled up because Gigi saw her put her husband out earlier. Gigi saw her put her husband out when she was coming in from commerce sex, and got to talking to Bishop, and she laying into him because Rochelle Slick Cool threatened her and punked her out on the stairwell, okay? And she mad at him because she is embarrassed and she about to lose everything because she is no way she could forgive him for this. I mean, she is getting it. And you know, Lynn Whitfield is beautiful. She is shaking in that hair. And she is, she has a way of barking like a hoarse little dog. When I say horse, I mean horses in her voice. She, I'll damn you, and rah, rah, rah. And he was like, eh. First of all, your hands are not without blemish or shame. You got blood on your hands too. You got caca on your shoe and you got spinach in your teeth, ma'am. Did you or did you not cheat with Lionel? Okay, so save it. Okay, and she, of course, as she stung, he cracked that new mask. Crack. Rochelle put a crack in it. Crack. You know what I'm saying? Every chance she getting a crack. So she upstairs drinking and crying. And Grace done fell out with Darius because Darius is continuing to be slick in the mouth. I have my suspicions of Darius. I do. I think Darius may be up to something. I am not going to rule that out. But at the same time, he comes across a little bit uppity, a little bit self-righteous. This is her family, good, bad, or indifferent. This is her family. And your support for her, you do need to be clear about things. You do need to make sure she thinks of herself. But you also need to pull a Carissa. When Carissa was talking with Charity about Kevin, she just gave Charity best advice. She stayed on the outskirts of the conversation, and that's what you need to learn how to do, Darius. You can't lift your woman up by putting her family down, especially when you know how invested she is in her family. When she has made that declaration to you, now I get your point. She doesn't need to be worried about what people think about her because she is grown, but at the same time, she live under their roof. She do. She live under their roof. If you don't want nobody telling you about your coming and goings, you might as well live somewhere else. You can't live there. That's just where it is. You got to have your own roof. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And you know, he want her to do what he want her to do. It was right for her to get her stuff and go because he need to understand that she ain't no child. It was a good lesson for him, even though he turned out to be right, because when she get home, the daddy drinking downstairs, Bishop drinking downstairs, and Lady Mae upstairs crying in a glass of honey whiskey. Okay, so she comes downstairs and it confronts her daddy and sits in front of the TV and lets him have it. Okay, Lady Mae has already attacked him in the foyer. Now here she is, he trying to watch his westerns on TV, and she done plopped her ass down and she wants to let him have it. Mama is crying upstairs, Daddy. I don't understand. You supposed to show her more respect. The respect that's supposed to be given to a woman of her stature. He said that's coming straight from your mama's mouth. Grace don't get it. She keep pushing. She keep pushing. She keep pushing, okay, on behalf of her mama, on behalf of the women of the household, okay? And he just lets her know your mama had an affair with Lionel. Bloop. Can I get my program back? Scoots her right on off. So she goes upstairs, the lady. She coming up there to talk. Daddy told me you had an affair with Lionel. And Lady Mae is like, how dare you come in here? She just goes in. And Grace is like, no ma'am. No ma'am. I'm done. I'm done being judged. I'm done being pushed around. I'm done being sized up and disrespected. I am done. And walks out. Lady Mae is oh mad, baby. When I tell you she hot as fish grease, baby. That next day, Bishop in his office taking a phone call, and Lady Mae walked in there like she was marching off to war, baby. She stomped up in there and she let him have it. You slept with my sister. You got me in this situation with the church, and you revealed the only secret I had. You told Grace. She said, when this tax thing is over, I'm divorcing your black ass. Okay. And then she walked out and said, it's rude to keep people on hold too long. And walks out. I was like, ooh, 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 baby. Bishop, get your lawyer now. You're going to need a team of them and get your paperwork together. If you got receipts of any kind, you might want to get all that together. You might want to go ahead and start gathering all of that, baby, because Lady Mae is going to be like wrestling a Tasmanian devil if y'all go to divorce court. And that's all I got to say about that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. What y'all think about Kevin and Charity, that whole situation. I try my best to sympathize with Charity a lot more, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn because y'all know I'm particular about how you leave your kids. Keep your kids with you. That type of thing. I don't know. But it's Kevin's kid too. What do you guys think about Zora? Y'all think Zora just getting started? Or y'all think Jacob and Carissa doing a good job of ramping her down a little bit? What about Lady Mae? What about Lady Mae and this Lionel thing? I know a lot of people think that Gigi could be Lionel's daughter. I don't know. I don't know if it's her DNA or if it is the fact that she's like a mirror being held up to Lady Mae. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This Rachel Cross thing is a serious situation. This Lady Skanks thing is a serious situation. Somebody gonna have to get a hold of this devil, or it's gonna run amok, baby, and lay waste. Okay, it's gonna lay waste. These two ladies are not trifling with y'all. They finna take y'all down in a big way if y'all don't pull it all the way together. And they so brazen and so bold. Oh no, no, no. Something has to be done to let them know that they messing with the wrong family. That's all I got to say about that. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. I love